UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Hello viewers, welcome to the program Safelife. I am Kathy Ishimye, and today I'm with a special guest, Rosette Kiakio from Slum Youth Rehabilitation and Development Organization. You're most welcome to the show. Please say hello to the viewers.
Thank you so much. Greetings, viewers. My name is Rosette, as she has said, Kiakio, and I'm the team leader at Slum Youth Rehabilitation and Development Organization, SEIRADO in short.
Well, give us a brief background about SEIRADO.
SEIRADO was started by me in 2019 after looking at the challenges the slum youth and adolescent girls were facing at that time, the poverty especially, and then also looking at the economic forgotten people in the economy, people that are living in slum communities. And well, we decided to work with them, but also the drugs that had really overtaken over the youth, and we wanted to see how we can rehabilitate them and help them to get out of poverty. Yes.
Well, what is your vision and mission or stroke mandate?
Our vision is to see a better livelihood for the youth and adolescent girls living in slum communities through rehabilitation and economic empowerment.
Okay. Yeah. And what are your aims and objectives as SEIRADO?
Objectives, maybe I will give you one specific objective, is to see a holistic growth, or what we would say is just an overall, like turning slums into cities, to see that people change. Despite the fact that they are living in slums, they change those slums that they are living in and make them better.
Okay. Yeah. Take us through the different activities that you run throughout.
Yes, we have different activities and programs. For example, we have economic empowerment, where we do skilling for the youth and adolescent girls in different skills like tailoring. We do art, we do string art, we do bookmaking and all the other things. Then we also have domestic violence prevention program. We also have a recycling program where we recycle products and make them into treasure. It is called Trash into Treasure. And then we also have a mental health campaign that we run to see that people are counseled, they are changed, and they are transformed to become leaders in their society. We have mentorship program, and we also do emergency rescue programs for people that need emergency, something that has happened to them and they really can't support themselves. We come in and support them. Yes.
Okay. Well, going back a little bit, you did mention something to do with poverty eradication. With everything that you're doing, and we still face the same challenges every now and then. Most of the youths around are not employed. What is your say about it?
Poverty, even Jesus said poverty will always be with us, but we have to do what we can. For us, what we do is that we even form groups with these youths, form them into VSLAs. VSLAs are Village Savings and Loans Associations, so that they can be able to save and invest and then get loans to boost their businesses or to start up something. We also skill them with hands-on skills, so they are able to start something, but at the same time we partner with so many people to see that even when after skilling you, we are giving you startup capital in the form of materials, because sometimes if we give them cash, they eat it. So now we are doing materials. We give them in form of materials of what they have learned, so that they can start up something. And then because they have a group, there is that thing that we are looking at sustainability. That group helps them to sustain that. Every month, every week, I'm supposed to save, let's say, 5K. So if I'm going to save that 5,000, I need to work and make sure that I save some money. So it will help not end poverty in totality, but at least take us somewhere, because most youth are not employed, not because they are not studied. Some have studied, but they are no jobs. But what do we do? What do you have? So we teach them how to fish, get the fish, and they are able to sustain themselves. Yes,
really lovely. And I believe in our generation we are super lazy. How are you managing to encourage these youths to get into these kind of engagements without having to struggle, and with like how are you able to manage to keep them in check? You can be very stubborn.
Yeah, youths are stubborn. On top of that, as we said, we are very lazy. We like things on a silver platter. We also like quick things, microwave stuff. Like I get it. Yeah, you call people today, they are like 20 who will come, and then you tell them we are going to learn something. For them, they want cash. So when you tell them they are going to learn, the next time they will come 3. But me, I don't mind. I don't struggle. Why? Because those 3 that have come are the ones who want to get out of the situation they are in. And then you find that I don't need to go and say, now, Kaka, you do this, you do. No. Only those that want, because those who want have the heart. They see the situation they are going through and they want to see change. But also we do a lot of mindset change. People, especially girls, they have gotten pregnant simply because they would they tell me, I would rather go and sit in a bar, get 1,000 from a man than going to work.
Oh my God.
Yes, we have seen girls we've worked with and we've given, like they have done tailoring, then we give them materials, I told you, we give them tailoring machines, and these girls will go back when they have sold them. They tell you, see, I was hungry with my child, and then we had to tell them, now I'm here standing, and she's pregnant again because she has gotten someone else. She doesn't even know who the father is. So what we are doing a lot is more of mindset change. We make you see that, I'm in poverty. I have no one else to help me. And if I don't get out of myself, there is nothing that is going to happen. I have to work to see that I'm going to go to where I want to be. Like you even said, you have a vision for your life. Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because those are the questions they don't ask themselves. So when we take through them with that, now they see things differently and they are able to change. Not everybody, but those who are willing. Yes.
Well, with all this, I'm pretty sure there's some achievements that you look at and you're like, yeah, we're really proud of ourselves from the time we began to the where you are right now. What are some of those achievements?
There are many challenges, or I call them success stories, that I look at and they give me, because they also encourage us. When you see someone you've taken from 0 and now they are somewhere, it encourages us. We have people who have started their business, the women. We have who have midala, those ones. We deal with small scale enterprises. We've seen people who are now even they are seated at home, but they can sell their liquid soap. There are also people that are there who are seated at home and they can bake, and people call them, give them orders. Then also we've formed over 30 groups, VSLA groups, which are currently working, because when we form them, we register them with KCCA. We work together with the local government, register them, help them get bank accounts, not to save money in boxes like they used to. And they are independent. We help them select leadership so they keep moving even when we are not there. These are the same groups that even when we call, when we are going to go to new groups, and they are able to also teach others. So we have also gotten trainers out of those people and leaders. We have worked with girls who had dropped out of school, but they are now in school. Yes, we also have the menstrual hygiene management program, where we make reusable pads, and we give to the girls in school and those that are not in school, and we've seen them continue. Yes.
Well, in this conversation that we've been having throughout, the main focus has been more on a girl child. Where have you left the boy child? Because everything you've mentioned so far, it's more of helping a girl child. Where have you left the boy child?
Sorry, maybe because I'm more of a girl, but we also work with boys. But the only challenge with boys is that they want quick money. There are few boys that we've worked with. Actually, in savings group, there are more boys. than in when we are skilling them. And because they like quick money, you find that they go quickly, and then they want fancy things. We have boys who only want web designing. Those are the things they want to learn, and doesn't have even a computer, has never touched a computer, because they hear they are fancy graphic designing, and you say I will teach you, but at the end of the day, what are you going to do with it? And you say there's a carpenter there, why don't you learn this? And they don't want. But there are those who want. Still, we work with boys too, and they are there in our programs. Yes.
Well, you mentioned that it's difficult to handle them or maybe to keep them around. So what are you going to do to make sure that you also manage to help them without having to struggle a lot to keep them around? Like, what's your plan to make sure that they are also there and you keep them interested, like you've managed to make the girls out there?
Serado is more of, it is youth-led, but more of women-led.
Okay.
But what we have done is to incorporate men in our board, to be part of the board, but also to partner with men that can also talk to these men. I've seen now the men that maybe are drug addicts and they really want to come out. When I go there with a group of men and they are talking to them, they will come later in secret and talk to the men and say, yeah, I'm doing this, but I really want to get out. I'm selling drugs, but I want to get out. What can I do? Whereas they cannot do that to me, because they see I'm a woman and all those things. So what we have done is to make sure that we incorporate men in our programs, and also the trainers that are men. Yes.
That's very good. Well, despite all that, I'm pretty sure there are several challenges that you faced throughout. You did mention a few, but what are those other challenges that you're facing, like the biggest ones?
The biggest one is always finance. The finances are never enough. The need is great in the community, and sometimes you see others, you really want help, but you can't because you don't have the logistics that are required, and that is the biggest challenge. Another challenge is, as I said, mindset change. Most of the people would rather sit and they are given, or if they are not given, they look for other ways. They would rather do transactional sex. Yes, they would rather do transactional sex than work. So that's another challenge. Consistency in programs. The program starts today, it's a training maybe for 3 months, and someone comes only like twice.
Okay.
Why? Because they feel like, this is wastage of their time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Well, what's your message to a young boy or a young girl going out there? Well, with everything that is going on, of course, we don't expect to wake up and find everything in place. However, there are those that wake up and find everything in place, but those who are like in situations like those, what's your message to them as they grow up?
Yes, for the young people, the first thing you have to know is your purpose. What is your purpose in life? Why are you here? What do you want to be? What do you want to be remembered by? There are people who have left legacies that we talk about and we read about in history. But how did they do it? No one has it smooth. Everyone has challenges. But how do you rise above those challenges to be the person that you wanted to be?
Well, I would like you to take us through the different future plans that you're having for the youth.
Yes, thank you so much. What we have is having a center. We want to have a rescue center. We've seen teenage mothers who get pregnant and they are thrown on the streets, and that problems becomes even more. They end up contracting HIV, they end up suffering because they want means to live. But if we have a center, they are able to come there. Then we also want to build a vocational school, a school that doesn't discriminate. Whether you've studied or not studied, you can easily come and learn a hands-on skill.
You did mention girls choosing to do things the easy way, like maybe transactional sex. Can we go back a little bit and tell us what it is exactly? Because I'm pretty sure someone may not understand out there, and explain the challenges that come with it and how you're managing to help the girls look at things in a different way instead of choosing to use their bodies to get that quick cash.
Yes, thank you so much. Transactional sex is when it's like how you have money, you go pay for something and they give it to you. So these girls, instead of using the money because they really don't have it, they sleep with men to make sure that they get what they want. For example, they need pads or they need something to eat. That's what they do. That is transactional sex. They transact for
Give
things.
and give.
Yes, give and give. And most cases is because it is transactional sex, you don't have a say in it. You can't say that I'll use a condom, or maybe I will have to swallow a pill, or all these things. So you find they get pregnant. That's where we have a lot of rise of teenage pregnancy. There's HIV that is involved, but also there are STDs, other STDs that they get out of it. And then you find that the girl now has become more vulnerable than before they did this transactional sex.
So how are you managing all those challenges?
We do awareness creation. We create awareness. We tell them there is, you see, there are government programs, there are NGOs programs, there are civil societies who are willing to support you guys. You have to come out of it and work. God said He will bless the works of our hands, so please work. If you don't work, these things are going to kill you early, before your time. Yes.
Well, you did mention drug addiction. How does it affect the youths, and like what exactly causes the youths to go through those things, or maybe to go and start abusing the drugs?
Drug addiction in the slums is very normal because of the environment that they grow up in, and that is what they find that is happening. So it is
It's
whole
a normal
cycle.
thing for
Yes,
them.
it's a whole cycle. It's very, very normal. Even when you ask most, like half of the people, the youths living in slums, they will tell you, we either fetusiba njaga, fetujitunda, fetujitambuza. Those are the things that they do. But because of what they do, they end up also drinking, taking it. But most times it is because of the situation that they are going through. They have no jobs, they are just redundant there. But also it is because of parents who are not there for their children to know what are they doing, where are they going. And then we have seen that it has caused them to have mental health issues. It has caused them to be just redundant in community. Someone you met who was looking nice and energetic today, tomorrow they are looking like a stick, and they are not normal at all. Why? Because of the drugs, and some of them go violent. So sometimes you need to go with the people to hold them when you're talking to them.
I would want you to give an advice to a young girl or a young boy out there busy abusing the drugs.
If you're there and you're abusing the drugs,
and kindly tell them how badly it affects their lives.
Right? If you're there and you're using the drugs and you're willing to get out, there is hope. We do counseling, we do rehabilitation. There are rehabilitation centers that are available for you, and we can support you to make sure that you get out, because they are really dangerous for you. Not only you're healthy, but your family and the whole community where you live.
Well, what is the role of the parents in this? Because they have really neglected their children.
Yes, let's talk about parents. You know, when I say that I'm in the slum communities, people think that only people in the slums abuse drugs, only people in the slums have bad manners, are indisciplined. No, it is not. Even people that are coming from well-to-do families, they are all facing the same challenges. Why? Because parents have left their roles. Parents are doing what they are not supposed to. They are leaving their roles to their mates or to someone else, and they are not taking over. You see that a father will say my job is to work, and they will go 6 in the morning, come back at 9 when children are sleeping. They don't see the father role. By the way, let me tell you something that people have neglected these days. Fathers have a great role that they perform when it comes to their children.
Yeah, it's true, but then we keep finding the different things happening around, and these parents are not aware of what's going on in their children's lives. What is your message to the parents out there? Yes, we understand the fact that they're busy working to make sure that their families are doing so well, but at the end of the day, you find out that even if they're doing all this, their families are still not doing so well. Their children are going through different things and they're not aware of it. What is your message to the parents out there, or the different guardians who are looking after children?
Parents and guardians, God gave you those children as a gift. right? You know that they are gift, and you are able to raise them in the way that pleases God, in the way that they should go. So what am I saying right here? Be friends with your children. Be present in their lives. Don't leave them to their teachers. Don't leave them to their mates. Be present. Why? Because these children are yours. Take care over no one else. Yes, you're working. Yes, they need the money. They need to go to school. But the most important is instilling discipline, instilling values in them.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're not the only organization that is handling this area. With all the hard work that you go through, what makes you so different from the rest?
From what makes us different from the rest is that we are grassroots NGO. We work with the people, with the community. We are involved in their lives on a daily basis to see that they grow and change. Yes, that's what makes us different.
Okay, that's pretty nice. Well, what is your appeal to the stakeholders and to the government?
All right. First, I want to thank you, Basi, for the opportunity that it has given us to come to this show. And also, I want to appeal to the government to work with us, work with grassroots NGOs. It is good also to sit in those offices and those, spacious, nice-looking hotels and design programs, but design programs that involve us, because we know what is in the community and what people need to change. And also, I would like to appeal to other NGOs, other civil society organizations, that we should work together to make sure that we reach where we want to go. We cannot reach SDGs 30 or the Vision 2040 if we are not working together.
Well, as you're winding up, I would like you to thank your partners, and also do mention where someone, if in case somebody would need more information about Cerrado, where they can get it, or maybe a contact.
I want to thank CRVPF, one of our partners that helps us to train people. I want to thank Science Center for Arts and Rights that also partners with us. I also want to thank Girls Not Brides that are helping to keep girls in school, and also thank a Standard Chartered Bank. They came through, even all those friends and relatives that, but because we can't do this work alone, but people come through for us on a daily basis. Pretty Brainwife and the rest influencers that make sure they raise money to see that these children and youth life are changed. If you want to find us or partner with us, because we really need your support, we really need your help, we are located in Kamocha on Church Road next to Mutaka Kenya Close. Yes, and also we have all the social media pages that says Cerrado Uganda, and our website also, it is www.cerradouganda.org.
Could you spell for them Cerrado? Because I'm pretty sure they might not get it right.
Cerrado Uganda is SYRADO, Cerrado. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much. It was really nice having you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's always a pleasure. Well, I think you've heard it all for yourselves. It's really been lovely having you all throughout this conversation. And for the parents, kindly look after your children. As you're doing all that, please make sure that you also know what they're doing behind your backs. It's been Safelife. Remember, living a safe life is your right and responsibility. I am Kathy Ishimwe. Stay safe.